2 and final வந்து கோயம்புத்தூரில் ஜூலை 31 ஃபைனல். மொத்தமாக டேஸ் வந்து 39. ரீசன் ஒரு வென்யூவில் நடந்து முடிஞ்ச பிறகு ஒரு 2 days பிரேக், அடுத்த வென்யூக்கு போயிட்டு அங்கே நடத்துகிறோம். ஃபஸ்ட்டு திருநெல்வேலி, தென் திண்டுக்கல், ஆஃப்டர் தட் சேலம் அண்ட் கோயம்புத்தூர். இந்த 4 வென்யூவில் நடத்துகிறோம் மேட்சஸ். இது டோட்டலாக ப்ரைஸ் பண்ணி பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 1.7 crores. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ப்ரைஸ் 50 lakhs அண்ட் செகண்ட் ப்ரைஸ் 30 lakhs அண்ட் தேர்ட் அண்ட் ஃபோர்த் எல்லாமே மற்றது எல்லாமே டிவைட் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். இந்த முறை எங்களோட டைட்டில் ஸ்பான்சர் ஸ்ரீராம் கேபிட்டல் அண்ட் ப்ராட்காஸ்ட் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பார்ட்னர் பாஸ்போர்ட் 1 HD தமிழ். இது ரெண்டுத்துலேயுமே வந்து லைவ் ரிலே இருக்குது. எல்லா மேட்சஸுமே லைவ் ரிலே. இந்த முறை பட் ஓடிடி பிளாட்ஃபார்ம் லாஸ்ட் டைம் இருந்த மாதிரி இல்லாமல் இந்த முறை வந்து வூட் அதில் தான் வந்து பண்ணுறோம். வூட்டில் வந்து 2 இருக்குது, ப்ரீமியம் அண்ட் ஃப்ரீ. அந்த ஃப்ரீலேயே வந்து இதை வந்து ஒளிபரப்புகிறாங்க. ஸ்ட்ரென்த் பார்ட்னர் ஷெரான் பிளை, அசோசியேட் பார்ட்னர் அப்ஸ்டாக், அசோசியேட் பார்ட்னர் ட்ரீம் 11, AHA, பூமர், பூஸ்ட் அண்ட் சொனாட்டாஸ். அம்பையர் பார்ட்னர் சைக்கிள் அகர்பத்தி, ஆரஞ்ச் அண்ட் பர்பிள் கேப் பார்ட்னர் அத்தர், ஆஸ்பிரேஷன் பார்ட்னர் ஜிகர் அண்ட் ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ் நியூஸ் பார்ட்னர் ஸ்போர்ட் பஸ் and NFT partner Fan Craze, ticketing partner Paytm Insider, and data rights and integrity partner Sports Radar. So tickets எல்லாமே திருநெல்வேலியோட டிக்கெட் 9th ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணியாச்சு. ஒவ்வொரு வென்யூக்கும் அந்த மேட்ச் தொடங்குறதுக்கு 4 days முன்னாடி பேடிஎம்மில் வந்து ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகும். டிக்கெட் ப்ரைஸ் வந்து 100 rupees. லாஸ்ட் டைம்லேருந்து 50 rupees இன்க்ரீஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கோம், 100 rupees. இதுக்கு பிறகு வந்து ஆன்லைன் செக்ரட்டரி Mr. Ramsamy வந்து
about the 6th edition. I would like to make an announcement to TNCA. We are very excited to announce that the Tamil Nadu Cricket Association has partnered with Giggr Technologies Private Limited. We founded in September 2021 as a digital technology company. They have pioneered in the field of cloud-based platforms and are currently pursuing excellence in sports industry. We are very happy to be associated with Subbu Iyer, the founder of Giggr Technologies, along with co-founder Siddharth Patel, who is also here. The partnership with TNCA is going to be in 2 levels. First, we would like to welcome them as the aspiration sponsor of the 6th edition of the TNPL 2022. Secondly, the TNCA is partnering with Giggr Technologies to create a Web3 digital platform that will bring the entire Tamil Nadu cricket community under one large ecosystem. The signing of the MoU with them is going to help promote cricketers of the state to go out and perform to their best. And through this platform, all players, coaches, trainers, physiotherapists and support staff will fall under one ecosystem. Not only that, all the clubs, academies, schools, colleges and universities will fall under the same ecosystem, and participation of the individuals and enterprise will be voluntary. The next 9 months of the association will be where the individuals use the platform for free to help collect data, process it and visualize it in a meaningful way. This Web3 platform in later stages will provide a valuation-based blockchain for each individual, helping them with income sources based on their ranking, rating, branding and valuation. We are really looking forward to a very fruitful and aspiring partnership with you, sir. And we welcome you. We are sure this Tamil Nadu cricket will reach greater heights with such developments. Thank you.
Founder and CEO of Giggr Association.
Mr. Ramaswamy, Murli, Shiv Kumar, and my co-founder Siddharth Patel, and all of you gentlemen. I do find a lady out there, so I must add a lady and gentlemen. Thank you for being here. I will try and be as brief as I can be on this occasion. We're delighted to be partnering with TNPL as well as TNCA. As far as TNPL is considered, we call ourselves the aspiration partners because that is essentially what we are shaped of as a company. You know, in our society today, most businesses, and this is how we have arrived in life today, which is businesses are data driven in order for people to buy goods and services from them. But I think we are at a pivot in history on this planet when that is changing, when people are able to exercise their aspiration, and that aspiration can perhaps lead them to innovation, a higher rate of innovation. Essentially, when we talk about blockchain, which Mr. Ramaswamy mentioned, every single individual and enterprise will automatically get a blockchain. Now, this is valuation based. This is very different from what industry generally understands blockchain as. It is understood as a accounts settlement tool. But in this case, it is a valuation which basically keeps growing, and that enables people to have digital contracts at any level. For example, if there is a digital contract of a 12-year-old in a school who essentially gets promoted or sponsored by a brand. Now that is a digital contract, and that digital contract delivers to the sponsor exactly why that money was disbursed and how that money is spent, and not just that, what does it correlate in terms of performance, and this is done in real time. Now every aspect of what we are trying to do, Murli Vijay here will testify. He's been one of our stalwart opening batsmen in the country, perhaps one of the most accomplished technicians of the game. And yet, he will probably attune to what I'm going to say now, is that it is not enough if you have talent. It is extremely important, and there is a lot of hard work that goes perhaps from the age of 8 until perhaps the age of 30, 35 if you're lucky and you're fit, as I can see Murli still is. Right, so, and this is the future of sport. We have, what we are focusing on is the grassroots, elite and professional level as they progress, and then into the amateur levels. So there is a life beyond playing. That is the first thing that we talk about. And the second thing is that there are many, if there are 100 people who aspire to be cricketers, perhaps 0.001 make it to the national and international levels and sustain at that level, right? But what about the rest? So how do they continue to live a life of passion, continuing to innovate and contribute to the game? And today there are hundreds of roles that are available in cricket, and they can be successful. And across, and how do we get them to train themselves and be excellent is basically what this sports platform is talking about, in growing the ecosystem across the 5 sports initially, starting with cricket, football, tennis, badminton, and basketball. And we look forward to you. This is and I don't know how much time I have, but I just want to make sure that I communicate this. This is something where we are building technology, but technology is absolutely useless if it is not used by people. And that is the reason why for the next 9 months, and we are extremely grateful to Tamil Nadu Cricket Association, and whom we chose as an alpha partner. We came to them and we talked to them, and we said, you perhaps are one of the most forward-looking associations in the country who understand the importance of data, who will be able to work with us. And we are extremely grateful, we are extremely delighted that we have formed this partnership. And at the end of these 9 months, we want to be able to show you how people use technology, whether it is people moving on the ground. Today, most of the analysis that is done is used with broadcast media. But how can we convert that into real-time data that can be processed? And data that can be processed not just in one single dimension of the play, which is performance, and that is done at a elite level. How can that data be available at the grassroots level? Whether you're playing at a club level, you're playing at a school level, you're playing at a college level. And this data that we talk about has got 6 dimensions, which we most of the time tend to forget. And there is a correlation between each of these data segments. The first one is the physical fitness. The second one is the emotional fitness, and the third one is the psychological fitness. And this, when combined with diet and nutrition, rest and recovery, and last but not the least is the capabilities, I just overheard, for example, Vijay say this. Today, you have 4, but it will eventually go into 5 formats, and it is extremely important that somebody is fit and able to transition between these 5 formats if you want to be able to maximize and be able to, and that demands that correlate the capabilities is a dual word, which is the capacity to transform and the ability to perform. Each one of these formats has a very different way in which you need to respond, and how do you track that, and this is a 24/7, 365 track that can enable you and your ecosystem to work together, is basically what this platform does in real time. And that's basically what we are, the next 9 months, in fact the media will actually have direct access to how this development is happening. So we don't need to have a press conference in order for you to be able to track the progress of Tamil Nadu Cricket Association or the brightest stars in Tamil Nadu cricket. And I would like to also say that, because of the fact that this is not talent scouting, I want to make sure everyone understands this. We're not selecting a few people and promoting the talent. We're saying everyone has a potential, and how can we bridge that potential with performance? And then if they do not make successful careers as players, how can they be successful, whether as technologists or whether as sportscasters or whether as nutritionists? There are so many fields that are open today, and that is essentially how the 3 things that we talk about from our mission statement, which is the social justice, which is essentially an equitable income. I'm sure every one of us in this room will relate to that. An equitable income is what our capabilities deserve. How can we have an income equitable to that? Which means that you can contribute in increasing the rate of innovation. And cricket is going through a huge churn today, like every other sport, in terms of being innovative, and there are humongous opportunities, which leads to sustainability. And that is what we will work with Tamil Nadu Cricket Association. I don't know if I overextended my time in terms of speaking, but there is a lot more, and I'll be happy to answer any questions. But thank you very much for your patience listening. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Now I request Vijay to say a few words.
தமிழ்லே பேசலாம். ஸோ என்ன சொல்கிறது, TNPL வந்து நான் முன்னாடி சொன்ன மாதிரி ஒரு gift to Tamil Nadu cricketers. It's always a pleasure to be part of this setup, Tamil Nadu setup, and I'm seeing them grow from time to time. It's been a constant growth. So it is purely about how to get the youngsters, understand the value of this tournament and make use of this tournament and climb the ladder, because it's very important to progress in life. And this tournament especially has opened doors for all of us as cricketers to find our way and express ourselves in this tournament. So I hope and I wish Tamil Nadu Cricket and TNPL all the best and keep continuing the good work. Thank you, sir, for having me here. Thank you all.
Thank you, Vijay. Now I request Mr. Shivakumar, our chairman, TNPL, to say a vote of thanks.
Co-founders Great Patel and Mr. Iyer, International Director Mr. Vijay, Secretary of Tamil Nadu Cricket Association Mr. Ramasamy, CSK CEO Mr. Kashi Vishwanathan, respected press members who gathered in good number out here. On behalf of TNCA and TNPL, I am very happy to thank all of you, and most importantly, the sponsors, each and every sponsor of TNPL tournament, which kicks off on June 23rd at Tirunelveli. We want all your blessings, wishes to make TNPL a continued success. As Mr. Vijay was saying, this has served as a platform for a lot of aspiring Tamil Nadu cricketers to step up their game and make a mark at higher levels. We conducted the 5th edition successfully despite a very, very challenging COVID situation. So we pray to God Almighty to ensure that this year too, we have a seamless, peaceful and a successful 6th edition of TNPL. Thank you very much, press members,
for covering the event and to give your continued patronage. Thank you very much, and very good evening to you, and we like you to. Thank you very much.
Vijay, you've been part of the international setup and you have played in TNPL as well. You grew up in an era where you play a lot of red ball cricket, and now the youngsters, a lot of them are going up playing white ball cricket. In that sense, like how much of an effect that TNPL has in the development of the youngsters, especially with the T20 game?
Bro, I couldn't listen to you.
TNPL, எவ்வளவு தூரம் white ball cricket improve பண்ணது?
How much TNPL has helped Tamil Nadu cricket? Definitely is, man. T20 format was some 2006 or 7 it started. We were champions the first edition, Tamil Nadu. And from there on, we never looked back in T20s. I think we constantly perform well. And TNPL, as I told before, it's a gift to Tamil Nadu cricketers. It's about how we use it and express ourselves in the middle and go to the higher heights. Right? So it has definitely helped all the youngsters. I feel like you see 6, 7 of them are playing IPL and play for India through the experience in TNPL and the way they have played and got them high attention. So this is an amazing tournament, and I hope the efforts are being used by the boys and go climb it, man. Climb too big from Tamil Nadu. That's my only goal.
Vijay, number here. Vijay, you've been off the cricketing circuit for a while. You've taken a break, and we want to know when you're coming back, because you add so much to the Tamil Nadu team, and you still have a lot of cricket left in you.
Absolutely, sir. I'm coming back now. This season, TNPL I'm playing, and thank you all your wishes. Sir, Kaji sir is here, and sir, everybody is sitting over here. Just feel proud and want to play cricket as long as possible. Just took a personal break. Have a young family and want to take care of them. And nothing much. I'm enjoying cricket now. I'm feeling fit. So hopefully I can do my bit to my team and TNPL.
The new platform on the.
You've been playing for more than a decade, and suddenly because of COVID, you couldn't play for 2 years. How was that period? How do you manage that period without playing the game, staying away from the game? How was that difficult was the period to go through it?
So it is. End of the day, everything is in your mind. How you want to see the situation. It was difficult for me personally because I wanted to play and I had 2 injuries, and my personal life was going through the really fast pace. So I just want to slow it down and see where as an individual where I'm standing. So I want to reflect on myself and go about things in a much more clearer way. And that's why that break I felt was required and needed for me at that particular time. And luckily, TNCA and Kalsada understood that, and they have given me this beautiful platform to come back and play again.
Any other question about TNPL? Okay, sir.
Vijay, how do you look at your own, what is it that you aspire for from a tournament like TNPL at this point of time? What is it that you are looking forward to this tournament?
Just go out there and perform, make use of the opportunity, and how many other youngsters I can help out and be with them, and that's going to be my role in this TNPL. That's what I'm looking forward for, to go and rub shoulders with the youngsters and talk the way they can understand and get into their heads and see where they are looking for their lives and contribute in TNPL.
The new platform எந்த அளவுக்கு வந்து யங்ஸ்டர்ஸ்க்கு பட்டிங் ஸ்டார்ஸ்க்கு வந்து ஹெல்ப்ஃபுல்லாக இருக்கும். The new platform create பண்ணுறாங்க இல்லையா, இது வந்து
I'm a big fan of technology, but again at the same time cricket is more of instinct oriented. If a person can, as sir said, if you can understand that app, what it is going to do for you, it is going to make a huge difference. So it's a long process. We are all into this new age, and we are all trying to understand how it works and get the benefits out of it. I think pretty sure all the youngsters are much more smarter than what I was at my 20s and 23. They're all used to it, and I'm pretty sure it will help a lot of youngsters.
Last 3 questions.
Vijay.
Yes, sir.
How confident are you of an India comeback? I mean, you always wanted, your dream is to play for India, and you just short of 4,000 runs. How important is playing for India for you?
The 2 years break was to reflect on exact what we are saying. Because see, you got to be, at the end of the day, you got to be realistic in your targets. I'm pretty much not have any aim at the moment. I just want to play cricket and enjoy this phase of my life and see where it takes me again. With the support of TNCA, I think I'll do well.
Okay. Janagaran, my question to General Secretary TNCA. Do you have any plan to update Tamil Nadu playing its scores and photographs to TNCA website? Because it's very difficult to get the details about when Tamil Nadu playing outside of Tamil Nadu, like Ranji, Vijay, SRA, whatever internal matches are conducted in all over India. So getting the details, photographs of Tamil Nadu team is very difficult as to get the
We have to request BCCI to address this issue because they are organizing that, so they have to outstation matches. Outstation matches, we are in talks with them. We want to rectify that. We understand that it's a problem. We are in talks with BCCI.
அதே மாதிரி TNPL இப்போ வெளியில் தான் நடக்குது. எங்களுக்கு தகவல் வேணும்னா எப்படி கிடைக்கும்?
எதுக்கு சார் TNPL?
சார் TNPLக்கு வந்து வெப்சைட்டில் எல்லா ஃபோட்டோஸும் இருக்குது. நீங்கள் எவ்வளோ வேணால் டவுன்லோட் பண்ணலாம். 5 இயர்ஸாக எல்லா வீடியோவுமே இருக்குது. டெய்லி வாட்ஸ்அப்லேயும் டெய்லி 5 to 10 ஃபோட்டோஸ் அனுப்புகிறோம். எல்லாமே இருக்குது. இல்லை அது கரெக்ட் சார். மேட்ச் முடியறதுக்கு 11:30 ஆகும். அதுக்கப்புறம் ஸ்டோரி ரைட் பண்ணிட்டு வரும்போது 12 o'clock ஆகிடும். எப்பவுமே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இந்த மாதிரி 2020 ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஹாஃப் தான் கவர் ஆகும். நம்ம வெஸ்ட் இண்டீஸ் மேட்ச் மாதிரி செகண்ட் ஹாஃப் நெக்ஸ்ட் டே தான் கவர் ஆகும். ஆஃப்டர்நூன் மேட்ச்சில் தான் ஃபுல்லாக வரும். ஸோ சில இடத்துலலாம் டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட்லாம் 10 o'clock 10:30 வந்து டெட்லைன் இருக்குது. அட்லீஸ்ட் இங்கே சென்னையிலலாம் 11:30. அதுக்கு முன்னாடி அவசரமாக ஸ்டோரி அனுப்ப முடியாது. மேட்ச் முடியவே 11:30 ஆகிடுது. அதனால தான் சார். லாஸ்ட் கொஸ்டின்.
மேட்ச் டெவலப்மெண்ட்டுக்காக ரூலர் எடுத்துட்டு போயிருக்கீங்க. TNPL மேட்சஸ் லாஸ்ட் டைம் 50 rupees போட்டிருக்கீங்க. இந்த டைம் 100 rupees போட்டிருக்கீங்க. வாட் இஸ் தி டிஃபரன்ஸ்? லாஸ்ட் டைம் 60 rupees ஹாப்பியா இல்ல 100 rupees கிடைக்கல crowd வரலன்னு சொல்லி இருக்கீங்களா? வாட் இஸ் தி 100 rupees?
Sir, 100 rupees to pay 100 rupees for a match is not a big thing, sir.
No, match is going for ruler. Shifted to ruler. Ruler is the development for Tamil Nadu cricket team.
No, rural, they are not small village. I mean, all these are big towns. I mean, easily the spending power is there. We are expecting about 5,000 people in each of these venues. Already the sales are very brisk. Ticket sales is quite brisk. Kandipa, I don't think it's a big.
Last time.
Okay, last question.
100 rupees ke any varasthiki free of cost for பண்ணிக்கலாம்.
Free of cost. Last question.
Morning. I come from Dubai. Sorry. I come from Dubai. Cover a lot of matches, including IPL, PSL, Caribbean League and all. I have seen you have extra bit of time when you play your full shot or hook shot. From where do you get that time? Which reminds me of Martin Crowe and Dean Jones. I've seen them playing at Sharjah, so I'm so fascinated with your full shot. And how do you keep yourself fit, and what are your advices to the youngsters who are...
especially batting is all about balance and stability. So you got to have the score values as a batsman. That is a basic talent. And I worked a lot on my basics when I was growing up. And I love those shots which you spoke now. Because personally, I get a lot of fun out of it when I play that. But it boils down to how balanced you are at the crease and how well your mind is working at that particular moment. Because the ball is coming at 145 plus. So you have 0.2 seconds to react. So all you can do is to have a good pace and stable mind. So
why I ask this question is I have seen Wasim Akram, Shoaib Akhtar, Ambrose bowling to some of our 80s batsmen who used to struggle pulling the ball or playing the hook shot, except for Sunny Gavaskar and Shrika. I always mention to Mr. Shrika that the pull shot he played from back and Marshall to square leg still remains me fascinating. The same type of shot I've seen you playing, which is so elegant touch, that really fascinates me.
thank you so much for the wishes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.